If you're Keir Starmer, it's very clearly obvious, I don't know if you agree, chums, that, well, he's really, really terrified. And more importantly, he's terrified of this man. That's right, none other than the Reform UK leader, Nigel Farage. And he's got good reason to be. As ever, let me explain. Morning, chums. Nice to see you. Thank you so much, as ever, for taking the time out to join me today. Welcome, one and all brand new subscribers. We'll have a lovely wave. By the way, thank you for your positive comments and feedback on the story regarding, of course, the failings of the cooperative society over here in the United Kingdom. What a shambles, eh? Absolutely. You do not ban goods from anywhere in the world if you want business. And the thing that really gets me, and this is why I love this channel and we're able to have these sort of debates and conversations, it's about people's livelihoods, isn't it? People at the top saying, oh, we're doing this, but it affects the ground level of people who've got mortgages, children, childcare, basic single living, whatever it is. It's never affecting the CEOs. They get a huge payoff and somehow get another job, even though they're useless at the one they're in. You get the picture. Some might say the same thing about this particular individual, that is the current British Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Sir Keir Starmer. Weak does not come into it, really. When you watch this particular video where he's been interviewed, you know, as somebody, as I say, who's, literally offered and, performed media training with many different individuals, this would not be acceptable to me. The cameraman is now asking a long question. You can see Keir Starmer very nervous indeed. No support around him, no idea what he's doing, eyes darting everywhere, just oozes, well, literally not leadership, you know what I'm saying? Interest in this though, let me tell you, because Keir Starmer is literally terrified of this man, Nigel Farage. And Nigel has worked very hard over the years to cultivate and build up a huge following. And he's sort of the everyman that people like. Like all politicians, though, there are two sides to every story. And this is the thing about the channel. I like to show you the transparency. Now, I've known Nigel many, many years, and what you get is really kind of what you see. But there's also power and ambition and drive. That's what's needed to be a great leader, 100%. Where this gets really interesting in my book is the fact that behind the scenes at 10 Downing Street, they are so petrified of this particular party now gaining even more momentum. Not only do they dissect every single thing that Mr. Farage says, speeches, movements, how he interacts with crowds, all of that sort of stuff, down to body language, everything is broken down. But the worst bit that they are really frightened of is this, and I wanted to explain this to you because it's important, particularly if you live in the United Kingdom. Sir Keir Starmer and his party are now once again thinking of delaying 7 local elections in the next coming year. And this is so that you can't vote their party out. Basically, the people that are not doing you a service in your area, should you believe, then you can't get rid of them and maybe replace them with Reform UK, or indeed Conservative or Lib Dem, whichever, right? Now, this is where it's interesting because legally a lot of people don't understand this. You as an individual in that constituency, if you are not given the opportunity, legally the government can delay that, but they have to write to you with valid reasons. You can then write back and say, I disagree with these reasons, and so I'm going to hold back a portion of my council tax or government, whatever you want from me. That is the legal right, because you are not being given the legal right to vote for the person that you want in your constituency. You see, people don't understand how this works. Now, where this gets very interesting is, you see, they sort of leaving it at the point of considering. So the later it goes, a lot of people either get rushed in with things like Christmas or the depths of winter where nobody wants to go out and say anything, you know what I mean? So there's those side of the stories. Where I find this interesting is, and this is the bigger story in Downing Street, this will not stop the voter turning against this particular party. The hapless chancellors of the Exchequer, the culture secretary, the transport minister, the health minister are all doing a terrible job. The President of the United States clearly pointed that out when he decided to bat away like some dead fly Keir Starmer on the world stage. That does not go amiss with every other world leader. Everybody now is looking to the failings of what's going on in 10 Downing Street. By stopping the local voter, the electorate, from changing exactly the way it's going will only damage it further. Everybody in the Labour Party knows that the current British Prime Minister is a dud moving forward as a forthcoming electoral winner. But of course, they didn't know what I've just told you either. Neil Sean, Kensington, London.